Peace, my people. What's good? It's from a Sagittarian collective. Alright, for my sun, moon, rising, North Nodian folk, what's good? It's your brother man Sanu. We are back for our cycle readings. Alright? Because the moon is now new. Okay? We just crossed over. And when I say just, I mean an hour ago. 1 hour ago, we are 1 hour into the new moon of Heru. Right? I'm not trying to rhyme. It's just coming out that way. It pops out on time when I be chiming and blinding men. They can't understand what I'm... Alright, what I'm saying, Sag. Alright, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Alright. So it's a Heru situation out here, right? And, you know what I mean? Y'all gotta prepare. Alright, yeah, man. So, you know, first of all, before I get off too far, thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to my old subscribers, right? Thank you to anybody who's been liking my videos. Thank you to the commenters. Y'all are the lifeblood, right? You know a Sagittarius somewhere in your life, throw him this video. You know what I mean? Share, folks. Share. That's how you get the blessings back. All right? So, yeah. All right. So, all that being said, you know what I mean? Let's get into it. Okay? New moon right now is actually the eclipse. The eclipse should be going on about right now, right? The report was like somewhere between 2:30 and 3:30, right? It's East Coast. And it's 3:27, so the eclipse is going down, all right? But we're not rushing out there to look at that, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the Native Americans actually said, you know, it's not good to look at the eclipse. Don't do that. Just, you know, go in the crib and chill. That's what Native Americans said. Don't be out there trying to do a whole lot extra when the sun is down, right? The motivating, you know, the solar energy is, you know, taking a little hit right now. So it's a time to, you know, be on your meditational. Plus it's the new moon, which is also a time to be on your meditational. You are cultivating what you want to see in 2 weeks at the full moon in, is it Taurus or Libra? One of those. Heru. Okay? Alright. So y'all can look up stuff I'm talking about. Right? Sidereal astrology we're talking about. Okay? Alright, so let's talk to Tehuti. See what Tehuti is talking to my Sagittarius. Look at that. Look at that. Had her root to my eye. Alright? So far, so good from the Sagittarius. Got had her root in the spot. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing so far. Let's see what else. Whoa. Okay. Why jet? Alright. Okay. We got had her root. Two chas to my pardon. Heru to my eye in Heru cycle, followed by Y jet to my eye. Alright. Let's Heru to my eye. Somebody send me the thought this week of getting some new markers. Alright. Y jet to my art. Alright. 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 The beautiful script. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't know why I remark on my script. I just love my script. My script is unique. Okay. So, yeah. Alright. So, Heru, man. That's a beautiful thing at this time. The only thing about that is YJet is coming behind it, right? So this could be good or bad depending on what you do, you know? Depending on where you are in your ability to control yourself, right? Because this is a combination that is all about sex, right? This is about hot, steamy, good sex, right? Right? So hopefully you got a nice mate, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that you could, you know, get this off with, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, you can do it in a healthy way, in a righteous way. You know what I mean? Otherwise, right, this could manifest as you getting involved in just licentious behavior, right? You can be out there with it, right? We're not trying to see y'all be out there with it because people get sick like that. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, Sagittarius. don't run smash into the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Could result in, problems. But this is also ritual here, right? Heteru is all about creativity, right? So we said, depending on which portion of your being that you are cultivating already, right? That you have in cultivation, right? If you're cultivating higher, then this is going to be sparks of creativity, like boom boom sparks. You know what I mean? This is good stuff right here. This is like, for your creative faculty, right? For your ability to ritualize, to see your goals, into fruition, right? To see your visions into fruition. This is a good, circumstance for this type of manifestation. Magical, right? Juju, right? Your juju is high. This is not the time to dissipate yourself by extending your seed, men. You know what I mean? Keep that seed in and you will produce some creative things, right? This is about being meditated up, You got to meditate, right? You have to, you're about to go into a fight. You got to go into a fight with your loins, right? With your, urges, your sensual urges and stuff like that, right? So it's good to walk into this thing meditated up, right? Practiced in controlling yourself, right? That way you hold on to, this creative stuff that you are on, If you're dealing with goals, things you're trying to get accomplished, this is the time to hold on to that, right? There's a lot of energy going on through you right now. You know what I mean? This is a great time to be cultivating Qigong, right? But again, when you do that, when you are cultivating, your life force, right? When you dealing with these life force exercises, right? Dealing with the breath, etc., you are going to cultivate a high state of life force, right? Your chi is going to be up. So this is going to give you a sensual push, okay? Right? So if you're not in control of that, you're going to wind up dissipating yourself. You're going to wind up just letting it all hang out, all right? So, even if you get involved in some good sex situation, this is the time to hold back, right? To hold back your ejaculation, right? Don't let it go, right? Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You mess around in this energy, you're going to send her through the moon. You know what I'm saying? She going to love you. You know what I mean? So make sure you're doing it with the right one. You don't want to be, man, look, let me tell you about getting involved with the wrong ones. All right. All right. We ain't going to get into that story. Okay. But, yeah, man. So this is Watch Yourself. YJet is in the house, high manifestation of life force, right? You want to look to your rituals, right? Today, like I said, is the new moon, right? Today, turn this video off and start meditating on what it is that you want to see in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I say start meditating. So, build that meditation up, build that cultivation up, right? To 2 weeks from now, right? At the full moon, it's going to be bright and this YJet is going to work for you. If you do that, right, write down a scenario of what you want to see happen by the end of this, cycle, right? So, full moon is not the end of the cycle. It's actually, just the middle of the cycle, right? It's a bright point in the cycle. But, what you want to, it's like a growing your manifestation from the point of new moon to full moon, okay? So, yeah, this YJet energy can assist you. We are in Heteru cycle, so that's on your table right now. We just did a snapshot of your spirit. It's Heteru YJet. So you can use this. You know what I mean? You can use this, all right? Let us talk to the I Ching. Open stress. Close stress. Closed. Open, stressed, closed, closed. Open, open, closed. Open, open, closed. Okay, so now The E King is steering us towards correction, right? Correcting what has been spoiled, right? We got the 18th hexagram changing into the 26. The 22. Lines 1 and 2 stressed, and the 18 going into the 22. Okay, so the 18 again is work on what's been spoiled, right? This is hexagram can be simplified as corruption, right? So there's some element of corruption, right? With Heteru on the table, YZ on the table, we know we talking about the sensual aspects, right? E King is talking about correcting something sensual within you right now, or you lose yourself in the moment, okay? Don't do that, all right? 18, first line on the 18 is you can make this correction relatively early, right? It's just something that you have to change. It's the light switch. It's something that you have to turn to make the switch. You can do it, right? That's what that 18 is saying, that, you can go ahead and make a change. And, if you do, that turns into, if that was the only thing that was stressed, that would be the 26. So this change that you would do, would be the thing that you would need to be able to restrain yourself, right? The correction is about restraining yourself, right? But that's not the only thing that is stressed. The second line is stress, right? The second line, we're talking about applying, how, the little baby might do something wrong and they don't get a big punishment. They just get a little punishment from mommy, right? This is that, right? This is the second line. You get a small, whatever you did, it warrants a small punishment. So this could be about, what you do with yourself, right? How you work yourself, how you work your correction, your self-correction, right? You don't have to, this is like, apply small punishment. You know what I mean? It's like, again, we have to work. This is an animal, right? We have to treat it like an animal, right? If you are in your consciousness, your higher faculties are going to, control the lower faculties, and you have to train them, right? Part of training your lower faculties is to take something away from yourself when you do something that you didn't want to do, right? When you allow yourself to be guided by your lower principles, right? Get in your higher and punish the situation, right? But here it's the slap on the wrist that's necessary. This is not the harsher punishment that comes in the third line, right? So this turns into the 22, which is the hexagram of grace, right? So the 22 is about form over, content over form, right? What's on the inner versus what's on the outer, right? So, grace, right? So this is a Heteru hexagram, right? So yeah, this is watch, the things you see, right? Things can appear to be beautiful and yeah, they can get you caught up. Y'all heard that? Yeah, that's what it is, right? Go with that one, right? That's the confirmation, this is when things appear to be beautiful. Make the correction, right? Learn to see past the surface of things, right? That's the correction that needs to be made here. That's the correction. Seeing past the external embellishments, right? Seeing past the eyeliner and the lipstick and, the hair piece. See past that stuff, man. What she look like in the morning? You know what I'm saying? No, but what she look like inside is really the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, she's beautiful on the outside. You know what I mean? She got beautiful flowing hair, or she got the nice poofy crown, you know what I'm saying? And she ain't got no makeup on. She looking like, oh, you like, whoa, look at that. Right? But you better have a good conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying? See what's in her mind. You know what I mean? Yeah. Before you mess around and get punished by life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Watch Het Haru is about relationships, right? But watch when you get Het Haru for a relationship. You know what I mean? If you spiritual, if you just a worldly folk out here doing your worldly thing, you know, then, you know, I mean, dang, I don't even want to recommend that for y'all. Because, you know, Het Haru, man, is all about having fun. It's not about, you know, if you on this page, then some level of you is about self-correction. Some level of you is about spiritual growth, you know, because that's what I'm about. You know what I mean? I'm about growing this spirit, you know. So I'm not going to recommend for you when you see a relationship reading, you know what I mean, to jump at a Het Haru reading, man. Don't jump at that thing because, you know, Het Haru, you know, as lovely as she is, right, and as much as we love her, okay, it is still in the Sahu division of the spirit, which is the lower third, okay? It's the lower self, along with Sebek and Oset and Geb, okay? These are the lower spheres of our being, and where they're concerned with is not the highest stuff, okay? It's, you know, if you are someone who's on a mission to bolster the high within you, to walk in your high divine state, then you don't want to necessarily rock off of a Het Haru relationship reading, right? Because, you know, you're going to be in a circumstance where, you know, if you the spiritual one, that one's not going to be the spiritual one, right? Or, you know, it could be you. It could be talking about you. What you really about? You know what I mean? Are you really about lifting your spirit, or you really just want to go party? You know what I mean? You really want to just, you know, put all kinds of, you know, whatever kind of pleasures, you know what I mean, about the situation, you know? So, yeah, that's what that Het Haru reading is going to be about, you know? It's going to be, you know, yeah, you know, like, you know, you with a Het Haru reading on your relationship or for your mate, right? You know, now you got to worry about things like this person cheating on you because they can't hold down their desire to not to. See what I'm saying? Yeah, stuff like that, man. All right, I think I got off in another tangent, but it's relevant. Somehow it's relevant to this. Het Haru to Ma'at, Wajet to Ma'at, that could be exactly that. That could be some cheating activity. Because Wajet is things hidden. And it's hot and heavy and horny. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. And the 18 is on the table. 18 is what? Corruption. I think I just, you know, came into something else, right? This is going to be something else. This is going to be a reality for some of y'all. Some of y'all are going to deal with a situation where there is cheating, either you or the other person. You know, right? You know, don't go beating up your mate. You know, Sa said, no, don't blame it on me, right? You know, look into the situation, get your meditation on, right? Ultimately, you want to address this, right? You want to do your Het Haru meditations, right? So that you could, you know, come into harmony with the season. But to address this Wajet, you want to go to Oset, right? You want to do some Oset meditations because there's fire here. See what I'm talking about? That's the confirmation, right? Yeah, man, that's that Wajet fire. It could get away from you. You know what I'm saying? It could spark up and get away from you. So you want to be messing around with Oset, right? To quell that, throw some water on that thing. So then it's a Het Haru Oset, right? You know what I mean? And that's a more, you know, that's a more, you know, it's going into a more mature kind of attitude towards pleasure, right? Because Oset, even though Oset is in the Sahu, right? Oset, you know, that's another one who can, you know, very much be about going with what's comfortable versus, you know, what is more substantial, right? You know, but yeah, but it's a more mature, you know what I mean, approach to dealing with pleasures, you know what I'm saying? But with this Wajet, it's necessary. Yeah, it's necessary so that the pleasure don't get away from you, okay? All right, let's talk to the tarot. Talk to the tarot. See what the tarot is talking about. So far, we're dealing with correction of the urge for wayward pleasure. Right? External embellishments over the form of something, right? What something looks like versus what it is. Alright. And out pops hard work. Alright, so this is work at it. This is work at it, right? You know, yeah, this is put some effort towards this. You know, self-correction, 18th hexagram. 18th hexagram is lower ebb, right? This is corruption, right? This is working on what's spoiled. You see, he got his toes. He working on what's spoiled. Hangman is in the reverse. Okay, so you may feel depression. There may be some level of depression. There may be some level of stuckitude, right? Stagnation, right? Based upon something with that wide jet, right? We got the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this is the manifestation of this hetero energy. Look, she naked. She all naked, you know what I mean? Look, she naked, y'all. So this is that hetero energy right here, right? Ace of Cups. This is that sensual thing within you, okay? This is work on that, you know what I mean? You know, sacrifice some things, right? This is like, you know, not being bogged down with this energy, right? Work on what's been spoiled, right? This is telling you what to work on. It's working on your hetero stuff, right? And not being bogged down, okay? Not being, you know, stifled. Don't let these energies, you know, you can mess around and go through this, dissipate your life force, and be this guy. Look at him. he out there, man. He like, yo, I'm through dealing. This dude through dealing. He ain't messing with none of y'all no more, man. I'm done. That's how dissipated. He just dissipated his life force. Messing with this girl, all naked. Okay? Right. I mean, I'm making fun, right? But yeah, man, work on it. It's just work on it. So do what I said. Like, you know what I mean? Take out a pen and paper and write down what you want to see from yourself. Write down what are your possible conditionings that could get away from you, pleasure-wise, right? Because the time, right? You got to arm yourself during times like these, right? Times when, you know, the energy in the atmosphere is going to be, you know, vibrant, you know what I mean? Sensual. You know, this is the time when girls start taking off their clothes and walking outside, right? So, yeah, you know, if you are not in control, it's going to get away from you. Sag, you know what I mean? Fire sign, all right? You're going to have to throw some water on it, like I said. All right, so that's the reading, folks. We are going to close it out with that, right? And we're going to bid y'all a beautiful cycle, right? Peace and love to y'all, right? And, yeah, we're going to see y'all next time.